Computer. Recording in progress. Hi, good morning, guys. Good morning to everybody who's on the chat with me right now on Zoom. Sorry that the YouTube was messing up. I'm trying to figure that out. What can I say? But this is your boy right here, Nick. I go by HOUTX Traders. I'm from Houston, Texas. I see my boy Colton here is joining in. So what's up, Colton, Jason, Zara, Colton, Wayne, Chris, Matt? Good Friday morning for you guys. First Friday of the month is always NFP. Remember, what we talk about is for training purposes only. It's not financial advice. If you need a financial advisor, please go see a professional. Okay, guys, before YouTube screwed us, we were talking about the old Fibos. Okay. Now, this is how the book on Fibos is going to tell you to start at a known point, which in this case would be the swing high. We can't debate that. It's going to tell you to draw your fib downwards. Okay, cool. But what you guys need to realize is the market is flowing in this direction. So really, this is the bottom. Okay. And if you look at your percentages, the 88, the 78.6, and the 61.8 needs to be on the bottom. If you were to grab this fib and do it by what the book says and go this way, you see your percentages are on the wrong side because we're in a bullish market. We need to draw a bull fib going up with the 88.6, 78.6 on the bottom side. Okay. So I've been reading the book and, he's not wrong, but on the other hand, he's got it kind of backwards, if you ask my opinion. So here's the top that cannot be debated. You can then drag the bottom down, let's say to this point. Okay, and I'm going to extend this top over so the fib levels come out. You can see that this bottom is the correct point because look at this 38.2 get rejected. We had a little hiccup, rejected, 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 and then it broke through, and then it kind of found that support a little bit, but really what it's doing is rejecting the 50. Okay, then what happened? It rejected the 38.2 to this side. Okay, so when I see the 50, the 38.2, and now the 78.6, all these levels are matching up perfect with these wicks. I know that my fib is in a good spot. I'm still looking to sell. Honestly, I should have TP'd right there at the 78.6. I wasn't paying attention to it. So I will, again, we're more trying to swing this trade. So I'm just going to hold this. And I see that this now is the 38.2, but which is also a good zone for people who like to trade support and resistance, right? Because it's rejecting, and then it came down, and then it found it as it was support here. Now it's finding as resistance here. Okay, so I took another entry there to continue this swing trade. 11 minutes to folders. Yeah, I know. Okay, you're right. So let's stop fucking around, GJ. You're right. I got you. I got you. I got you. Purple list. Let's go NASDAQ. Okay, gentlemen, there's only one trade on NASDAQ, and the same thing for 3030. There's only one thing to do. We have no top, we have no structure, and we have liquidity sitting right above it. Okay. This is going to smash. We just don't know when, how, where, what it is, right? So I'm hoping on market open, we get a nice wick down, get us into a buy zone somewhere in this area, and then it pops off to hit these TP levels that we've had up here for over a week now. Okay, that we've had this up here for a while. Where we got that is from, if you fib top to bottom from this trade here up, this is the TP zone up here. Okay. So in my opinion, I put in a limit. I'm not going to lie. I put in a limit on my Carbon Capital account. Down here, the 78.6, and my stop loss is at the 1.1. I didn't over leverage. I risked like 1%, and I'm not going to chase it. Okay. There's no telling what the fuck's about to happen right here. So I just put in a limit there, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. I don't know if it's going to get all the way down there because, to be honest, if we go maybe to like this is more on the 2 hour, where I have this box is the breaker block. They call this a breaker block. And if you come down to the 1 hour, perhaps we'll see a little candle or something. Yeah. See that little candle right there? This is the consolidation block that led to this gigantic pop off, the big buy we had. So I'm hoping that this comes down, touches this candle, and then pops off. So I don't know if it's going to touch the candle right here or if it's going to touch the candle right here. We don't know. We cannot predict that. But I do know is there's a fib level, and the 78.6 is sitting right there. That's not to say it doesn't go low or go to the 886. I have my stop losses way down here. So if it does give me a 78.6, then my trade is in. I don't know if it's going to get that low. That is quite some wicks, and that is quite some downside. I mean, you're talking 260 pips. Is it going to swing 260 pips on market open? I don't know, but if it does, I'm in. Okay. I'm just playing it safe. It's the only trade. We can't sell because we're too close to liquidity. We know it's going to come up here, but we don't know where it's going to stop. We think it's going to stop up here at these fib levels. We have an idea, but we don't fucking know. Okay. And look, the RSI on the 1 hour is overbought. So again, we're not trying to buy. We need to see this come down and then pop. There might not be a trade today. If this thing screws around and gives us no volume, then it is what it is. We'll come back next week. And it's basically the same thing for US 30. All right. We can't sell because we have no idea where the top is. There's no structure. So this is the breaker block. This is actually right above the fib. All right. So I'm going to go a little bit crazy on this one and put my entry in this area. I guess you could call this support turn resistance, but really what I call that is my good old kissing candles, which is these two candles right here, that little space right there before, right before the fib. So if I was going to take a risky entry right there, and I'm just going to leave this here, so later on, if it does hit, we can go back and be like, I fucking told you so. But anyways, we don't know. I have the limit in that area, somewhere in that area, and then I have my stop loss down here. As always, nothing new has changed. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I have it at the 78.6 or if I have it in this area. I might have brought it up a little bit, but nonetheless, my stop loss is still here. All right. Again, for the market needs to have liquidity. That is a good liquidity grab because look at that huge push off. So I don't think it's going to come down here and re-grab liquidity. What it's going to do is going to come down here and let these people who are in these cells in this area get out of their trades and pop off. That might mean that it only comes to here, you know. But again, if it goes to there, where'd you put your stop loss? There's no, you have no idea, right? If you try to take it to sell here, or excuse me, buy, you're sure in hell not going to do this. So the really only trade is to put your entry somewhere inside of here. Maybe once this thing starts popping off, we can go down the smaller time frames and see where it starts to find resistance. We can get, and the same thing on that. So pick your poison. This again, these will be like really small time frame moves, and then that. So once it sets a bottom and then comes off the bottom, then we could maybe find that pullback. And I've seen this happen a jillion times that it will do this. It'll come down, shoot off, and everyone's like, fuck, I missed it, or everyone's happy, they protect, and then it comes back down, pops it, and then goes. So hopefully on the smaller time frame, we'll find that. If it doesn't hit our limit, we'll see. So this is the thing, guys. Pick your pair. Pick whichever one you think is the best. US 30 is already breaking liquidity. I think I would rather stick with Nas. Okay. There's a little bit more structure here. It hasn't broken the top side. It hasn't broken this yet. Okay. So I really think the better solution is to catch the bottom here because we have more of an upside than we do on US 30. US 30, as you can see, is already up. It's already at the double top. So it's a little more unpredictable. And not that we can predict fucking these markets on a NFP Friday, but I just think that this is offers us a better situation. So I'm going to clean up a lot of this because it doesn't matter anymore. There is a trend line on liquidity. So let's just play this. Let's just play this right here. Goldie. Oh yeah, and Goldie. Okay. We're still in a gold trade. Okay. If this comes up and pops, then I'm out, man. But really, I think the real entry is right here at the 786, which is 2070. And to be honest with you, I think I put another limit in at 2070. Maybe I put it in up here at 2086. I don't remember. But I do have limits up here in this area. In case it wicks through, it'll probably knock me out of my first one. Actually, I take that back. I just moved my stop loss up here. I said, F fuck it, you know? I'm pretty sure that it's not going to come all the way up there. So, and if it does, at least before it reaches all the way here, it'll give me at least a pullback where I can get out of the trade. So I have this trade, I have the limit up here, and then I have another limit in this area. Um, probably right around here somewhere. I put another one. On this one, I'm not trying to go exact science. It is what it is. As a matter of fact, let me see if I just pull up my carbon. I under leveraged on these accounts. Um, let me see here. Okay, so this is gold. This is GJ. So there's my second position on GJ, which is going in drawdown now. Whatever, I don't care. Gold. Market open gold. Okay, there it goes. 30. there's my limit on 30 and my limit on NAS. We've already covered those two. So look, dude, we're in gold. We're already in gold. Dude, I wish this fucking carbon would, dude, carbon fucks up my computer sometimes. I love that broker, but when my computer opens it, my computer starts fucking hemorrhaging. All right, dude, we're already in gold. There it goes, gold. There it goes. So I'm pumped on that. And 30, let me get my other broker open because we might need to be doing some shite here. All right, good morning. Let me, okay, so gold's good to go. We're fucking smashing. I'm so glad I held it, dude. Let me open this up. Shit, I'm already 1.5% up on gold right now. Just off that right there. Let's go. Let's go. We called gold yesterday. Actually, who was on it? Who was with me on gold yesterday? Was it Colton? Was it you and I were messing with gold yesterday? Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I dropped out of it last night though, because it was pissing
Oh,
me
you got
off.
out of it?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck, dude.
I know.
Hey, I just said, roll the dice. It is what it is. Okay, so let's just keep our heads in the game here, guys. Dirty 30 is right to the breaker. Here's that block the first one that I told you about. Okay, so let's come down to the smaller time frames and see if we're going to try to monitor these as best as we can. Okay, there's Dirty 30 right to our block and it's rejecting. Now look, guys, we're going to have to wait for one of these. Okay, so that's a 3 minute. Let's come down to a little bit smaller. Let's come down to the 1 minute so we can see that. We'll do the same thing on Nas. Okay. This is what we expected. Okay, guys, we're not freaking out. This is what we expected. We just don't know if the push is over with. So on NASDAQ, you have this breaker candle here, but really it's right here. So if it comes down to here, then we can start looking for some stuff. Okay, because these are the candles. So I don't think it's done pushing south yet, but this is perfect for NASDAQ because it hasn't broken liquidity. And the same thing for 30. It's coming down to give us an entry to set new highs. It's exactly what we want to see. On gold, um, I think I'm just gonna let it go, I guess. Fuck it. Half of me wants to just like protect right now because if I expect the indices to pump, then gold should go down. So I'm just gonna leave it, dude. I'm just gonna leave it. Fuck it. Sorry if I'm dropping too many F-bombs on those live Zoom. My bad. I can hear my baby is awake, so I need to wrap this up. We only have 30 minutes anyway. So look, guys, we're in gold. We're smashing. Dirty 30. It's in our zone. Let's come down to the 1 minute, and you guys can see if you can't find a snipey entry. I don't think it's done pushing yet. Again, this is what we're going to do. And we still have like 8:30 market open, like the real market open, right? But that's news. What this needs to do is doing what it's doing now. I just would like to see a little bit higher of a push and then we come back and look for that entry. Okay, guys? Because if we do that, it does this. I'm not going to say every time, but it does this. We'll do one of these, then your stop loss will be right here because whatever that bottom is, it should not retest it. So let's just wait for that to set up to form. Goldie is gone. Nas is perfect. These are exactly where we want to see them. Again, I'm not 100% sure these are done going down. NASDAQ, let's wait to the 17,350 area. Gold, and then, U30, this might be the area. This might be the area. We do have one more candle there, and that is the 50%. So, if this is your first time trading NFP, maybe more patience would be on your favor, and we can wait for this 50%, which is that love the candle, and it'll clear out all this BS liquidity that's sitting right here. Okay, guys? So again, we're being patient and waiting for this to settle out. We don't want to pull the trigger too early. You can see we're definitely now oversold on the 30. We're getting to oversold. I'm sorry, that was the 15, and now we're halfway through there on the smaller. So let's just come down to the 3 minute. Again, it's still pushing, so we're still too early. Patience, young Jedis, patience. Let's reset this chart, and you got to see what fib is this? 38.2. I kind of like the 50 better. I kind of like the 50 better. So look, guys, if we catch an entry on this Nas at the 50, let's put our thing here, right? If we catch an entry here, our stop loss should really be right below the 61.8 because we have this block right here. We have that bottom of that wick. We'll just put it our stop loss right below that bottom because if it breaks that bottom, then it's probably going to go all the way down there. Then we get into this game of the never-ending stop loss, and we're not going to play that game. So we're just going to wait till it gets in here. Now, one of my good mentors, one of my guys who's really showed me how to trade a lot, likes to take this area and pop it at the 50%. So maybe that would be our best case scenario entry, our stop loss right below it, and then we're looking for all-time highs. Okay. So if you guys are watching multiple charts, if you guys see this coming down to there, 17,334, let me know on Goldie. I mean, on 30. See, this is why we're not popping too early. You see how it's slowing down now? This is okay. This is what we want. This is exactly what we want, guys, because then it'll push up and everyone's going to freak out and it's going to come back down and then we're fucking going to take it. So let's just let this thing settle out. Honestly, I think this area right here is the best area. I like this spot. It's a good, there's liquidity. There's these candles here. There's liquidity right here. We're going to pop one. We should probably pop it right in this area. That's right at the 50. That's right. That's right at this last candles, this block right here. We'll put our stop loss right below that. And then again, our target is all-time highs because we know there's money sitting on top. So that's our play, guys. That's our play. Let's just call it out now. 38, 312. 38, 312. Again, this is just for training. This is not financial advice. 38, 312 on there and 17, 331 on NAS. Gold, nothing we can say about gold. Dude. What do they say? Flying. What? Well, it's just he's just riding that trader high. He's just flying or whatever the fuck. Okay. We are at the trend line, gentlemen. This could be the turnaround, but I highly doubt it because look at this fat thing of liquidity sitting right here. Okay, guys, that's the target. I'm going to call that our TP1. I'm going to move it up. We just hit a fucking bag, right? So there's plenty of money sitting right there. So let me go to my there. Okay. So here we go. I really think this is going to hit, swing trade wise, it's going to hit down to the 2000s, but when it hits this I'm going to set an alert. Trading alert. I'm 2% up right now. So, oh, you guys, come on. Y'all see me do this day after day, right? 2% up today on 30. We hit 400 pips yesterday on 30. We hit 400 pips, 130 pips yesterday on NAS. I don't talk money, right? I will never intentionally show you guys money, right? Oh, I made this much money. I'm flexing. Da, da, da. That's just bad karma. And that's just not how the fuck you should roll, right? Don't flex money, flex pips. Show trades and let people enter their own lot size. I'm never going to be one of these guys out here who's flashing this and flashing that, right? Because I think it's ingenuous. And big up to all the people who do that. But for me, you know, I'm still in goal from your call yesterday. That's what I'm fucking talking about, Chris. Let's go. Again, thanks to Tristan, thanks to Mike, D, Zara, Jason, Colton, Wayne, Chris, Matt, and for some reason Juan's trying to connect, but he's been trying to connect for a few minutes now, so I don't know what his deal is. Thanks very much, guys, for joining in. Dirty 30. Uh, let's get back in the zone. Sorry, let's get back in the zone. So this is pushing. Reset, and focus. Look at this. Okay, look, guys. This is it. Look. What is it doing? 38.2 is our fib. Okay, we have this shit. It's pushing off. We're going to remain patient here, guys. We're going to delete this. We're going to delete this. We have a clear view. We're going to remain patient. This is exactly what I think it's going to do. It's going to push off, and then it's going to come back down and give us the entry that we need. Okay, wherever this is, we're going to put our stop loss right below that. All right. So let's just wait for the pullback and then the retap and go. And the same thing on here. We can delete this shit out of the way. Same thing here. Okay. We want the market to see where the bottom is. Hopefully that lines up with the Fibo. 38.2 is right in this area. Let's just see if we can't get one more little yank and then go, right? What's up, Randy? Thanks for joining, Randy. Um, Goldie. I need to stay on top of this gold because I'm about to close this position right here. I don't want to say close. Let me minimize. There's so much shit in the way. Okay, so I'm just going to take half this gold right now because I'm up almost 2.5%. So if I book a percent, I'm cool with that. Close that, protect it. All right, there it is. Goldie took half. I'm still up 1%. Like I just closed 1%. I'm still up a percent. Okay, guys, and I just protected. So that is a win-win, win-win, win-win. Honestly, I think this Goldie, look at that fucking gold go, bro. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at that. And what's the target? What do I always say the target is, right? The target is always going to be liquidity. Look at this fat liquidity zone sitting right here. I always say double tops, but dude, you've got a one, two, three, threes. We don't play, you guys heard me say it. We don't play triple. We don't play triple tops and triple bottoms. Unfortunately, we played it right here and we got lucky. But this is a clear target. This dotted line above us where I have the money symbol is going to get smashed. We just don't know if it's going to take this bottom and then smash or what. It did. So right now it's coming down. It's going to clear this liquidity right now in front of our face. It's going to find support probably at the bottom of this zone. Probably going to find support as the real swing marker in this area. And then it's going to flip and then it's going to take out this top area. Okay. So we took we took our partials right there at the 38.2. Okay, we booked a percent and now we're waiting. So what's up with 30? 30 is rejecting. Okay, so this is what we're expecting. This it shouldn't go much higher than this. It should hopefully give us this retest. And if look, guys, if it doesn't do it right now, it's perfectly okay. It's going to do it later. It will do it at market open. Well, I'm not going to get into prediction game, but I've seen this happen where it'll do this. Everyone's got FOMO, and it's going to come back down and smash their ass and then go. All right. So it's all good. It's all good. I already booked a percent. I'm not in the other trade. So, I mean, what can I say? I can just sit on my hands all day long and be done. I could close this right now and be gone. And honestly, for the week, I'm sitting up over 7%, which I should be up way, way more than that. As you guys know on the chats, I screwed up yesterday and hit the wrong lot size for US 30, which it's my mistake. What can I say? Have a great trip. Yep, yep. Appreciate you, Jason. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I told you guys, I'll be out of town late next week. Be going to North Dakota for about a week. Got some stuff to do up there. And then sorry, I shouldn't be sharing that screen. And then I'll be back. So hopefully the idea is like I told you guys is I don't want to give y'all fish. I want to teach y'all how to fish, right? So it's very important that you guys hit me up with questions in the chats, hit me up in the Discord so y'all can try to understand some things that you don't understand, okay? And if y'all trade with me, y'all know the rules. My strategy, right? You should know it by now. It's find liquidity, use your fibs, find zones, and wait for the RSI to give you confirmation to take the trades. All right. So on Nasdaq, it's pushing up. It gave us the wick. So let's just mess around with our fibs now. Okay, that's the 50. It's just it's not deep enough, I don't think. It's not deep enough. So look, guys, this fib from bottom to top, the 61A is right here, which perfectly lays over, I mean, the 30, I mean, look at that. It is to the dot. So let's change what we're doing. Let's update what we're doing and do this. Okay. Put our stop loss just a hair below it, just in case. So let's wait for market open. Let's wait for eight. For me, it's 8:30. It's another 45 minutes away. Let this dilly dally around and see if we can't get one more yank and go. All right. So let's look at Goldie. I mean, let's look at 30-30. We have the bigger fib. Okay. Let's delete this. Let's delete this for now. We'll clean this up. Again, fib needs to go in this direction, but this somewhere in here is the move. Okay. And I'm not really sure if that's the move. That's the move right there. Okay, because this is let's think about this a little bit outside the box. From this point there, it never stopped. Okay, and it went from these other stuff right here, it popped off, but then it retraced. And if you go from here, it popped off, but guess what? Then it retraced. So I'm picking this point right there because it popped and it doesn't retrace till there. And then by then it had cleared all of this and then it popped off. And so where did it come back to? It came back to that candle, almost 88% of that original pop off and go. So let's do this. Let's make sure our fibs are in the correct spot. All right. Let's fib this to there. The 88 and the 38.2 are right on top of each other. So that should be the entry, guys. That should be the entry right there. So I'm going to go to my broker and update this stuff now. Okay. So we're on here. Let's go to Dirty 30. Matter of fact, I see that in the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me get this shit straight before I start messing around. So I'm looking at 38, 371. 38, 371. 38, 371. Stop loss will be around the 38, 320. 38, 320. TP, I'm just going to leave TP open for now. All right. So see, there's a perfect example of me putting in the wrong fucking stop loss. Why does that happen? Let me exit this. It needs to be 10 times what I just did, which that doesn't make much sense. But okay. There's no way that I'm taking that. What? Delete this. Do another one. Okay, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, that's why, because there's a fucking okay. Sorry guys, technical difficulties here. So back in the day, I would just write on my screen with the stop with the what my normal hip size was. So when I go back and forth between brokers and I go back and forth between pairs because some pairs are leveraged differently, it would do that for me. Okay, so 38 370. 38 370. Now we've got 38 321. 38 321 or thereabouts. Modify. How much am I risking on this? I'm risking okay, so I'm gonna double up on this. So that's the correct lot size. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two entries in so that I can stagger the TPs. 38, 320. Okay, guys. So I got two entries in right there, and then I did two half entries. That way I can make two TPs. In the chat, I saw, when to redraw the fib after it rejects the 50. On higher time frames, you can do that. We're not screwing with EJ right now because we got too much money on the table with these other pairs. We'll do EJ maybe in a bit, or I can do it later and I can send you a screenshot. Well, the other question, oh, the fib. Yeah. So if you're on a higher time frame, like the 4 hour, the 5 hour, then yeah, you'd want to redraw your fibs like I have in the video. But when you're in this 1 hour and below, you can get creative with the fibs and start stacking them. And then by all means, when you're on the higher time frames, you can also stack them. Um, the buys and the sells on top of each other to figure out where your entries are. So again, we have this entry here, which is 17, basically 17,400. So let's try 17,400. Let's go back to my broker. Let's go back to this, close this, 17. So the buy limit needs to be higher. Okay, here we go. Buy limit 17,400. 17,400. Stop loss. Let's do stop loss around this area. 17,375 or thereabouts. 17,375. Modify. How much am I risking? Not near enough. Okay, so it's fucking. I gotta get this stop loss. This shit dialed in better. I'm just gonna leave that one for now on NASDAQ. I have a fucking baby 1/4% entry, which is bullshit. I'll enter another one manually. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's not even a 1/4%. And put the fucking lot size. Sorry, guys. Give me a second while I figure this out. So I'm gonna go full right there. Buy limit. Let's go full lot, baby. Full lot 17. I'm gonna go 17,360 just because I see it on my screen. Makes it easy. Okay, we'll just do that. All right, guys, that's what I did. I did 17,360 right there. It should be more than enough. Should be way more than enough. 30/30, we're almost there. So let's look at the small time frames and see, look, push up. This is what we wanted. To be honest with you guys, if y'all wanted to be risky and have a small lot size, now would be the time to pop one. This might be, I don't think it's too early because this happens a lot. And I would rather miss this trade, you know, but in this real soon would be the time to pop one right before market opens. That way, when market opens, it pops off. You know what? No, I'm not going to chase it. Fuck, I want to take entry so bad right now. I want to take entry so bad right now because that's the retest right there. It's oversold. It's not divergent, but it is oversold. Let's just try to be a little more patient. I told myself today, I wrote in my book, I'm going to be patient. But dude, that's the entry. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. Again, I'm not going to chase it. I have my fib zones below. Let's just be patient. Fuck me. I hate being patient. Look, look, and that's right on the 50 too. 786 and the 886 is right on the 50 of there. But are we holding out for the 61.8 and then the bigger 38.2 or the 50 and the 78.6? I mean, I guess you could scalp. I guess you could try a scalp there, right, guys? If you wanted to put an entry, you could put an entry and then just put your stop loss right there to see if it's a scalp. You might take a L. You might take that small L. You guys think it's worth it? Fuck it. Let's go. I'm gonna put the stop loss tight though. All right. Putting the stop loss tight. I'm risking about 1/4%. I just entered Nas right now. And that way, if it pops, there's no more FOMO. All right, guys. Now there's no more FOMO. I'm gonna set the TP at just the double top, which is 1%. Risk a 1/4, just a 4-to-1 trade for me. All right. I popped an entry right now. I put the TP right there. That's a 4-to-1. Let's delete all this bullshit. Y'all know. Y'all saw me do it live. There it is. 4-to-1. This says 6-to-1, but on my thing it's more like a 4. All right. So I took a Nas entry and yeah. And if we're gonna take a Nas entry, we might as well take a fucking 30 entry too. Let's go to 30. Let's go to 30. Come on, mouse. 30. Go full lot. I'm in 30. And again, stop loss is gonna be right below that. And we're risking a little more than 1/4%. TP double top. And if it hits this, I'll call it a day and be gone. So 1.5% if it hits there. So again, this is like a snipey trade, guys. This is like a scalpy kind of a trade. And it's right damn near at the 88.6 right now. So the 88.6 on this one matches up with the 78.6 on that one. This is not a bad trade. It's not dumb. It's already rejected there. It's already showed that there's some bias strength there. It's not like the super duper all the stars are aligning, but this is exactly what we said it was going to happen, though, right? We said it was going to find a bottom. We said it was going to push up. We said it was going to retest. The fib lines are matching up. It's oversold in RSI. Multiple fibs line up in this area. So I mean, if we lose it, we lose it. It's all good. We still think it's going to come down lower, though, right? So we're in drawdown, and let's see. This is it right now. This is the magical number. If it's going to hold this right here, this is it. Let's see if it holds. Because that would be the rest of the people, the rest of the bankers, the rest of everyone else jumping in the trade. I actually put my stop loss a hair too tight. I'm gonna move it down just a smidgen. And on NASDAQ, do the same thing, just a smidgen. I put it a little too tight, but we got 15 people in the chat. So we got Randy, we got Tristan, Wayne, Andrew. Thanks for the pictures, Andrew. Appreciate it. Chris, Colton, D, Dragon, Fausto, my boy, Mr. Naz, Jason, Matt, Michael, Zara, and my boy Juan with the IT help. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Thank y'all very much for stopping by. Well, let's see if we can catch a snipe scalp entry and do a 4-to-1 to a 5-to-1 on this. Let's see. Again, not looking too good. We popped a little too early, but it's okay because it's a sniper type entry. We didn't fucking over leverage. It is what it is, right, guys? We're too early. We're too early. Took a L. That's the risk we play when we try this sniper entry shit. And but as I say that, my 30 is getting tapped in. No, my NAS is getting tapped in on my other position. And I have not hit stop loss on 30 yet, but it's imminent. It's going to happen. So it's all good. That just hit us out, but it just hit us in my other real trade at the same time. So we'll see. I had I had like a 1/4% risk on that other one. And on NASDAQ, I have like a half percent risk on this NASDAQ trade here. So let's see if it taps me in my tapped me in my first. Remember how I staggered my entries on NASDAQ? Tapped me in my first. We've got 1:46 on this live feed before it cuts off because we've only got 30 minutes. But NASDAQ is tapping into my real entry, and in US 30, my real entry is not yet tapped in, which is like down here somewhere. And gold, you heard my alarm go off. Gold just hit TP. Goldie still sinking. There it is. There's your double bottom TP for liquidity. But let's just look at NAS real quick. Again, this is our entry is really right here now. We lost that snipe entry. All good, guys. But look, it's now it's setting up divergent, right? Look at the strength. Look at the strength. Divergent. So are we going to see a 3 push? I hope not, because then it'll probably tap me out of my last position. But we are divergent. We are lower. We are divergent. So this is a good signal for us for a turnaround. My 30 trade has not yet tapped in. My NAS trade has both positions have tapped in. My NAS, and of course, I protected on Goldie, and it's fucking sinking like a rock. So dirty 30, I'm about 2 or 3 pips away from tapping into my 30. Let me delete this stupid, I don't want to say a stupid alert, but let me delete this alert. Delete. Okay, guys, I think we're good to go. We've got less than 1 minute left. I'm gonna call it a day on the chats. I'm gonna show you right here. My 30 is that far away from tapping in. My NAS just tapped in, and my 30 is sinking like a rock, unprotected. All right, guys. There it is. There's my live. Thank y'all very much for coming by. There's a fair value gap on 50. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to that shit. We're on our fibs, buddy. I